The facility's close-range defenses fire wildly at the streak of light, a futile gesture against the inevitable. Dozens of interceptors scream towards the heavens, a final defiant roar. The opposition built a fortress of steel and code, believing they were untouchable. An immense kinetic energy transfer happens in a nanosecond. The X-ray view shows the first layer of hardened Earth being pierced effortlessly. It all began with a whisper, a shadow on a satellite feed that shouldn't exist. A thermal anomaly, a flicker of energy in a place that was supposed to be cold and empty. Deep in the command centers, analysts understood. A new contender was quietly entering the global stage. The simulations were run. The most advanced stealth fighters were sent in, and they never made it past the outer perimeter. The long-range bombers, the ghosts of the sky, were also rendered obsolete against this new kind of defense. Even volleys of guided instruments were predicted to fail. The fortress was perfect. When every known option is taken off the table, you have to turn to the one that was never on it. A single, coded directive is sent. 2 words that change everything. Activate Dark Star. Deep beneath the Nevada desert, a sleeping giant stirs. Lights flicker on for the first time in years. Elsewhere, a pilot pushes a simulator to its breaking point, and beyond, the machine can't keep up with the man. The call comes. No grand speech, just a destination. He is the only one who speaks the machine's language. The hangar doors part, revealing a darkness deeper than the night itself. And there it is, not a machine but a promise, a shape that defies conventional logic. A silent understanding passes between the commander and the pilot. The mission is understood without a word. The life support suit is sealed. It's not just for survival. It's the interface between man and myth. The pilot is now part of the machine. The canopy closes, shutting out the world. The final click of the seal is a point of no return. The cockpit comes alive, not with gauges and dials, but with a seamless view of the digital world. The final pre-flight check is a formality. The pilot knows this machine better than he knows himself. The platform rises, bringing the dark shape into the moonlight for the first time. On the runway, it waits, not with roaring engines, but with a silent, coiled energy. First breath is conventional, a familiar roar before the true transformation. It consumes the runway in seconds, a blur of black against the desert floor. And then, it simply leaves the ground, climbing at an angle that feels impossible. It ascends through the atmosphere, shedding layers of air like an unwanted coat.
Mach 1.
The sound barrier is broken, a formality, a whisper on its journey to the heavens. It reaches the edge of the world, where the sky bleeds into the black of space. This is the transition, the moment it sheds its terrestrial skin for a cloak of plasma. Inside the engine, a controlled, continuous detonation pushes physics to its absolute limit. The air around it ignites, not with heat, but with sheer velocity. A blue aura of pure speed.
Mach 3.
Mach 3. The speed of the fastest spy planes of a bygone era. Mach 4. The velocity of a ballistic instrument re-entering the atmosphere. Mach 5. The threshold is crossed. It has officially become a hypersonic entity. At Mach 6, it is no longer flying. It is simply arriving at its destination before it has even left. From this height, continents drift by like clouds, a silent god looking down on its domain. The pilot is calm, the journey is smooth, the machine is in its element. It now approaches the opposition's sphere of influence. The game is about to begin. On their screens, it's a glitch, a phantom signal moving faster than their computers can calculate. Panic turns to disbelief. The system was supposed to be flawless, impenetrable. The order is given, not to identify, but to engage, a response born of fear. Their targeting systems try to grasp the shadow, but it's like trying to catch smoke with your hands. A desperate command. Launch a wall of interceptors. Fire it where it's going to be. A wave of their most advanced defensive measures is sent skyward. Dozens of interceptors scream towards the heavens, a final defiant roar. On the pilot's display, the threats are just data points, a cloud of gnats approaching a hurricane. He makes no course correction, no evasive maneuver. He doesn't need to. From the interceptor's perspective, the target is a fleeting dream, always just out of reach. Their fastest guardians run out of energy, falling back to Earth, defeated by simple physics. The light show below is a beautiful, silent testament to their futility. The next layer of defense is activated. Their fastest fighter jets scramble to meet the intruder. The pilots can only look up in awe at the faint trail of plasma so far above them. They are in a different world, a different dimension of speed and altitude. The engagement is over before it starts. The Dark Star arrives above the designated point. The target is confirmed. The calculations are complete. The pilot flips a single guarded switch. The operation enters its final phase. The bay doors open to the vacuum. A simple mechanical action with profound consequences. The kinetic instrument is released. No engine, no guidance, just mass and velocity. It begins its silent fall, a needle aimed at the heart of the fortress. As it hits the atmosphere, it becomes a man-made meteor, glowing with incandescent purpose. The facility's close-range defenses fire wildly at the streak of light, a futile gesture against the inevitable. The X-ray view shows the first layer of hardened Earth being pierced effortlessly. The reinforced concrete and steel layers offer no more resistance than water. The instrument reaches the core of the structure. The conversation is over. An immense kinetic energy transfer happens in a nanosecond. From the outside, there is only a brilliant flash of light, followed by an unnatural silence. The ground trembles and the entire structure collapses inward upon itself, leaving only a crater. On the pilot's display, a single line of text appears. Objective complete. The Dark Star banks gracefully, turning back towards home as if nothing had happened. In the opposition's command center, every screen connected to the facility goes black. There is no confirmation of failure. There is simply nothing. The silence is their answer. The Dark Star sheds its plasma cloak as it begins its descent back into the familiar world. It greets the dawn over the Pacific, a lone silhouette against the rising sun. An escort of F-22s rises to meet it, not as interceptors, but as a silent honor guard. It approaches the secret runway, its form once again that of a conventional aircraft. The landing is flawless, a gentle touch after a journey through the heavens. The machine is guided back to its subterranean home, away from prying eyes. The pilot emerges, his expression unreadable. Just another day at the office. The ground crew swarms the aircraft, treating it with the reverence of an ancient relic. The great doors close once more, and the legend returns to the shadows. The pilot and the commander walk down a stark corridor. History was made, but there will be no parade. The commander looks at the mission report. A single word: successful. He wonders if they have created a tool that ensures peace. Or if they have just raised the stakes of the game to a level no one can afford to play. In the hangar, the Dark Star sits in silence, its potential humming in the air. It is more than a machine. It is a question, waiting for an answer. The speed, the power, the silent, undeniable outcome. Beyond military, a glimpse into the technology that shapes our world. If you found this simulation compelling, explore our other analyses of next-generation hardware. Let us know in the comments, what future technology do you believe will be the ultimate game changer? The burden of knowledge weighs heavily on those in command. For the pilot, it was a mission. For history, it was a turning point. For the opposition, it was a lesson in humility, delivered from the stars. The world continues to turn, unaware of the new power that watches from above. The mark of the skunk works, a signature of the impossible made real. The story is over, but the legend has just begun.